Okay.
It's recorded.
Thank you. I'd like to call the meeting to order. The first thing will be the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with all justice for all. Thank you for all coming. We have a public hearing at 7:15 that was advertised, so I really gotta kinda keep to that schedule if I can. So, I'm gonna have to hold you up for a little while, maybe, okay? I wanna try to get through the regular agenda before 7:15, have the public hearing, it was advertised at that. I doubt if anybody comes, but you never know, okay? Just for information. I would like approval of the minutes of August 14th, the regular town board minutes of August.
I'll make a motion to approve the August 14th minutes.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Is there any questions or concerns about the minutes? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. You got your town clerk's monthly report? I would like a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the town clerk monthly report.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or concerns about town clerk's monthly report? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried also, thank you. You have your JCO Community Outreach Monthly Report of the activities. Quite active. Okay. It's, that's strictly for information, it does not have to be approved, it's just a statement from them. You have your town board, planning board meeting minutes of September 6th. They're approved by that board, they do not need to be approved by us, but these are strictly for information, please read them over. I believe there was only one action taken the last meeting. Okay. I got a request from Kevin Triller to apply for a grant. This is court is requesting approval to apply for a second grant up to $30,000. And it has to be in by sometime in October. There is no cost to apply. We got one last year. We did some upgrading in the courtroom. We're looking at some security measures and stuff for this coming year, if we get it. So we need a board approval to apply for the grant.
Need a motion?
Thank you.
You need a motion.
Thank you. Any
Yeah.
questions?
But I'm asking if you need a
You
motion.
need a
Yes.
motion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So I'll make the
Yes,
motion.
thank you.
And I'll second.
Okay. So it usually takes 3, 4, 5 months before we get an answer from these.
What do they have there for security now? Anything big?
Well-
Do they got their cameras or?
No, there's no cameras in the courtroom. We have cameras outside the building. That's one of the things he wants to talk about is inside the building.
All right, see, a good idea.
Okay.
This day and age.
He looked at enhancing some of the outside lights. I believe we've got 2 coming, Alan, I think
Yep.
they're still coming for this end of the building. It's, well, with the court, it's mostly security items, okay?
Right.
Okay, enhancing the last grant we got last year was $20-some thousand, and they did it, upgrade they got some new furniture last year, all new carpeting. Actually, they carpeted the walls for make the sound
So,
better. That I think it really looks good over there. It looks nice. So we thank Kevin for trying for that grant, getting it, and hoping to get another one. Okay. Did I think vote on that? Did I? I think I did. Yeah. Okay. This next one's from Clinton County Real Property Office. It's all the exemptions within the townships that type of exemptions, okay, the veteran exemptions, they tell you how much taxable exemption are exempt. For instance, some of the veterans, we do give Cold War veterans exemptions, we give several things. Churches are exempt from taxes. old age exemptions over 65, disability income. Silos on farms are exempt. Okay, read them all over, cold water veterans, that's one that we approved here just a few years ago. Okay. Anyways, that's strictly for your information, the county sends that to us every year. Okay. New York State Municipal Insurance Reciprocal is our insurer. Sent us a notice of their last year's activities. This does not need to be approved, it's strictly for information. Okay. We do need some PESH training. Bonnie Black is one that's done some for us in the past. We gotta schedule something hopefully in October. This is for sexual harassment and all types of harassment, okay? It's required by our insurance carrier that we do that. We will be setting up a date and inform you. She's trying to get a date when most town employees as well as highway personnel can attend. Okay. We've got 5 minutes here. Can we address this reduced water rates that the town, village approved last night? Probably we have time to do this. They've lowered the commercial rate, not the residential rate now, starting with the October billing, which is July, August, and September's usage. Okay. And so we want to thank them for the consideration of doing this. Now, residential and commercial rates are all being paid, will be paying the same if we approve this. Is there any, before I ask for a motion, is there any questions or concerns?
Well, I think the lowers, it's a good thing, so
Yes.
I don't see where there's an argument there.
No.
You know, anytime you lower something, people are gonna be happy,
Yes.
so.
Okay.
Is this something well, we don't know, 'cause in the village, but I'm assuming that this is, hopefully won't increase in the future. Right now, they're giving us a reduced rate, hopefully it'll stay down, the more usage, or?
Well, it says here, we'll continue at this rate each quarter until further adjustments are made.
Okay.
So, we really don't know how long it's good for, okay?
Okay.
But, we certainly appreciate taking advantage of it while we can. Okay. Any questions? If not, I'd like a motion.
Make a motion to approve the lowering of the water rates from $9.99 to $7.22 in commercial.
For commercial, yes, thank you.
Well, wait, we can't make a motion based on this because that doesn't include what we tack on for our administration. This is what the village charges us.
Yes,
But we can't approve the village lowering their rates. What we have to do is approve our rates being
okay.
lowered.
So the difference here is, if I'm correct,
Well, what you approved in June was the village had decided to charge $8.62 per 1,000 gallons. So you were gonna charge $14.89 for commercial and $13.49 for residential, cause they were charging $7.22.
okay,
So if they're charging $7.22 for the same for commercial, you should charge the $13.49.
so it'll be that much less. Okay?
Yeah.
$2.77 less for commercial. So,
So we're gonna approve the $13.49?
Well, that's up to you, but
So $13.49 for commercial and residential.
Commercial and residential
would
will be
make
the
it
same.
make sense, right?
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's what you're charging for
Yes.
residential, and then also
Okay.
the $25
Service charge will
but
stay
that
the
was
same.
already
That
approved,
does,
yeah.
that's not gonna.
So the only thing you really have to change is the commercial
Sure.
from $14.89 to $13.49.
And I'll make a motion to reduce it to $13.49.
So there's a net change of $1.40.
Would you have 277?
Right, you'll do the math.
Well, no, because they actually at first it started out at $9.99 per 1,000 gallons. But then, remember, after a while with discussion with the village, they went to $8.62. But now they're going to $7.22,
22.
so.
Oh, okay, I get you now, there's a
It was
difference.
$1.40.
Correct.
So-
Okay,
Take care of that.
so the motion probably should state that the commercial is gonna be the same as residential.
Yeah,
Right?
Right, yeah.
okay.
So, going from, according to the numbers right here, it's dropping $2.77. Right? But the number I just heard, you said it's currently at $14.89, and it's dropping to $13.49. That's $1.40.
Well, that's what, the $7.22 is what the village charges us. The town charges the residents was gonna be $14.89 for commercial.
Because the commercial was about $1.77 more.
Yeah,
But at the meeting in June, when the village first gave us the rates, the increases, the commercial was $9.99. But then after, throughout the meeting, remember we called Greg and everything, he changed it to $8.62 per 1,000 gallons.
So the $9.99 is not accurate here then?
No, I don't know where the $9.99, it was $8.62, but now they've changed it to $7.22.
Well, I think that's what they were, this appears that they were charging their village residents commercial rate $9.99, not us. This comes
They
from.
probably-
The changes, the statement I see in front of me makes no reference to what's going on within the village.
Oh, all right.
It's telling me it's going from
You're right.
$9.99
Yeah,
to $7.22. I certainly am in favor of this, but I'm
Right.
concerned about if we don't have our math correct tonight and we vote to change something, does that mean we have a special meeting?
Right, and that's why I opted for executive to just further look at this and discuss it before
I
we
don't
move
think there's any
forward. with the
opposition to
motion.
this, I mean.
No, I
just wanna
don't
be
think anybody's
clear.
opposed to it.
Just wanna make sure we're
Reduction.
talking the right numbers.
All right,
well, I'll be talking to Julie on a timeframe that she needs to have it
Well,
moved by.
we might be able to do it tonight.
That's what I'm
yeah, we'll
thinking.
do it afterwards.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
After.
We'll get the numbers, we'll get the correct numbers and finish it off.
Okay, I would like to start the public hearings, we're really close to 7:15.
It is 7:18.
7:18, okay. I need a motion to go from public session into a public hearing.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, okay. I assume we can take them all in one. Okay. Local law number 1, penalties for junk and vehicle storage laws. Okay. Any person committing an offense against any provision of this chapter shall, upon conviction, be punished by a fine of not less than $100, not more than $200. For the first offense, and not less than $500, no more than $1,000. For the second offense, or any further offenses within a 12-month period. Or by imprisonment for a term not to exceed 15 days, or both, such fines and imprisonment for each violation thereof. We can discuss these in public hearing, we have to go back into public session to vote on them, okay? If anybody's got any input on any of these, gladly take your input, and consider your input. Everybody understand that one? That's for junk and vehicle storage laws. Okay, the second one,
Yeah,
pardon?
no, we're just saying,
Okay.
Rationale.
it gives the town justice something to work with.
A little more
A little bit more.
teeth in the law, so
Yeah.
to speak, okay? This is penalties for zoning law violations. Any person committing an offense against any provision of this chapter shall, upon conviction, be punished by a fine not less than $100, no more than $200 for the first offense, and not less than $500, or more than $1,000 for the second offense, or any further offenses within a 12-month period, or imprisonment for a term not to exceed 15 days, or both, by such fine and imprisonments, okay? We have zoning laws now. there's no real penalties to them, so to speak, the judge's hands have been tied. Okay. Any questions if there is? Just no. Okay. The third one. Penalties for fire prevention and building construction law. Any person committing an offense against any provision of this chapter shall, upon conviction, be punished by a fine of not less than $100 nor more than $200 for the first offense, and not less than $500 or more than $1,000 for the second offense within a 12-month period, or by imprisonment for a term not to exceed 15 days, or both. Okay? For each violation. Any questions on that one?
No?
The last one and the final one. Penalties for solid waste law. Okay? Any person committing, it's the same thing, any person committing an offense against any provision of this chapter shall, upon conviction, be punished by a fine of not less than $100 nor more than $200. For the first offense, not less than $500 nor more than $1,000 for the second offense, or any further offenses within a 12-month or imprisonment for a term not to exceed 15 days or both. Okay, basically, these are to put a little, I'd say, teeth in the law, so to speak. The judge has more discretion. Okay. Is there any questions from the board members or anybody in the audience on any of these laws? Okay. While we're in executive session, we have one other thing. Pardon?
We're in public hearing.
Public hearing, I said, I'm sorry. The cable franchise renewal agreement. Clark has worked on this. This is it's really all it is an update of the agreement that we have now, which is expiring. This is a 10-year agreement. Is everybody familiar with it, read about it? Clark, you got any input on this?
Just that the date on the document that we have to
Yes.
officially approve
Yes.
is
Well, this is,
the old date, and it's clearly telling me that this is a copy of that
yes.
original agreement.
Mhm.
Is there any possibility there's language in this, the old copy, and then the new one that was sent?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, I don't have any.
Yep. The renewal,
So our
the
motion
franchise-
our motion should be then that the executed this date would be today?
yes.
Okay.
We do get a 3% agency fee, I guess you'd call it. They give us 3% of whatever they collect. It's a franchise fee, okay? And that has not changed in the new contract. This was a 10-year contract. The new contract is also for 10 years. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay. Then I need a motion to go back into public session.
Make a motion, go back into public session.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. If I could have a motion to approve, we should do these separately, it should have a roll call vote, okay? Local law number 1, penalties for junkyard and vehicle storage law. I would like a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any questions? We'll have a roll call vote. Rick?
Aye.
Brian?
Aye.
Clark?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
And I for myself. The second one is the penalties for the zoning law.
I make a motion to approve the zoning law.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions? Rick?
Aye.
Brian?
Aye.
Clark?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
And I for myself, thank you. The third one is local law number 3, penalties for fire prevention and building construction law.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Thank you,
Second that.
thank you. Any questions, concerns? I'll take a roll call vote. Rick?
Aye.
Brian?
Aye.
Clark?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
And I for myself, thank you. Penalties for solid waste law. I'd like a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the solid waste law.
Second.
Any questions? If Not, Rick,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
John?
All right,
And I for myself, thank you, all four of them passed. I'd like a motion to approve the contract with the updated dates on them.
I'll make that motion,
Okay.
and the date should, on the agreement should be the 11th day of September 2018.
That's correct. Okay,
I second that.
thank you. Any questions on the cable franchise renewal agreement? If not, I'll have a roll call vote on that also. Thank you. Brian,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
John,
all right.
and I for myself. That's a 10-year agreement, so most of us probably won't be here. I would like, very quickly, Alan, do you have anything to update us on the roads?
No,
or-
no, the only thing we did is we filled that ditch in there in the Ridge Road, which
Yes.
I mentioned last month's meeting that we were gonna do. That went pretty well. And, we're just getting our sand in.
Our roads are all paved since
Yeah,
our last
the roads
meeting.
are all paved. I might pave the balance of the parking lot, the other side and the back here,
Okay,
if it's possible, if the weather permits.
okay.
It's the best I've seen Prospect Road in all the years I've lived in our country. It's better than the North Lake.
Okay, Julie, what do you have for us?
Just these disbursements.
Yeah, we should do those, so we-
They
I'm
do.
sure we're gonna spend a few minutes with these people and,
Okay,
we'll have to come back.
so sewer project disbursement approval number 6, Bernier car for $2,630.38.
Okay. We need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to
Second. Second?
Clark.
Okay, thank you. Any questions or concerns? You should vote on these individually. We'll take a roll call vote on them, the money going out there. Rick,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Aye for myself, thank you.
And then we got CCWD restoration disbursement number 4, A to Z property, $22,020.
Thank you. A motion to approve that one,
I'll make the
Thank
motion
you.
to approve.
I second that.
thank you. No questions? Those, Rick,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
John?
All right,
And aye, thank you. All four of us.
CCWD restoration disbursement number 3, Weir Construction, $5,085, Robin Brothers, $2,565, John Cooper, $2,691.25, Justin Bodan, $1,614.75, Richard Giddings, $1,614.75, Ace Hardware, $41.91, Dragoons Farm Equipment, $15.98, Dupree Feed, $274.25, for a total of $12,288.14.
These are all related to the water project.
Right. I'll make a motion. It's a
Thank you.
second, pay the bill.
Second?
Second.
Thank you. There's no questions, Rick,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Aye for myself, thank you. One final one.
Well, this is just a bill to ask me, added to the bill.
Okay, thank you. So as those go around, we gotta sign those individually.
All right.
Okay. Okay, let's do the monthly bills, I think that's about all we have. You got your post audit bills, you also have your health control officer's report on the table tonight. Okay. I'd like, a motion to approve,
What is that one, rainy repairs for labor for $760.90. For the added to bill.
you know what that was for?
It says repairs, labor.
Not that air conditioning unit there,
Oh,
that
yeah.
failed.
No?
I'm not sure, does it really?
Okay, that's fine. We'll check it out. I'd like a motion to approve the bills as.
I'll make a motion
On
to
your
approve
sheet,
the
plus the
bill.
one that Julie just read, okay?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I second it.
Thank you. Is there any questions or concerns about any of the bills?
No, no, this one doesn't have to be signed.
If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried, thank you. You have anything else,
The EDUs,
yeah, you do, hey, one thing, yes, okay. Sorry, I forgot about that.
I'd like to offer a resolution to approve the EDUs that everyone's got a copy of and have it effective for this billing period.
Okay,
I don't have a copy.
I've got a copy right
is that some form of motion?
here. Yes.
Thank you.
And
I'm assuming that there were no changes from
No.
the documents I received
No.
last month.
None. There may be in the future, but well, I'll get into it. So I'll make the motion. Rick and I worked on it, and so did Vicky Tatro.
Yes. I thank you both for your time, because I know you spent a lot of time on that. Okay, thank you.
So I'd like to make a motion that we approve it for this billing period.
Okay, thank you.
Second.
Do I have a second to that?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions,
No,
concerns?
but Clark had a question. We will try and keep it up to date as it goes, so that there won't be a review period. As EDUs are added, they will be added.
Is there any reason why that entire list would have to periodically be reviewed in general?
Well, it should be updated every year. I mean,
There's
Well-
a current EDU charge of X number of dollars. Is there ever a reason why that might have to be adjusted up or down?
Unit 452?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, we talked about it, but at this point in time, the EDU count should cover our expenses for the next few years. You know,
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything before I
No.
ask for an executive session?
So this is for the next billing, right?
Yes.
Correct.
the one you mentioned, yeah, and Todd.
Right.
There's no other business in public session, I will make a motion to go into executive session to speak about a contract.
I'll
I'll make a motion to go into executive session to speak of the contract with the golf course.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Brian, you'll keep notes for Julie when we adjourn, so, thank you.
Okay.
Now, that's the minutes, so you guys can reference
Okay.
that.
If we don't take action on that tonight, we'll handle it before next meeting.
We don't need it.
No sense speaking of it. Thank you.
See ya.
So, I have a motion to go into executive session.
Yeah,
Welcome.
sorry to keep here so long.
I didn't think
Not-
it
Yeah.
was I had to do public hearings as they were advertised,
That's fine.
I took the leisure of.
Yes.
Okay, now, I will make a motion to settle this golf course issue, rental agreement.
I make a motion that we enter into a 5-year agreement with the golf course and the rate of $1,000 per year. Was that a rental? What do you call that? What's the
Rental agreement, yearly rental agreement,
yearly rental agreement? That's my motion.
okay? Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Okay, and just for clarification, it would, we're talking a five-year contract. Town taxes will be included, they will have to pay the town
Yeah.
taxes.
This is outside of this.
The two
That's
contracts.
outside, that's outside of that.
Right, I just
That's
wanna
not
make,
part
I just
of
wanna
the
make sure
agreement.
though that
Okay.
Yeah,
it's, and it's 6.5 EDUs, which,
That has nothing to do with
that has
this.
nothing to do with the
That's
contract.
information.
yes, that does, the EDUs has to do with the contract, because that's part of it, they have to pay.
No, they've agreed to pay those, so we're just the only
Well,
contract
what I'm
that,
trying to say is that it's $226
But that has nothing to
difference.
do with my motion.
no,
My motion
it's
is,
just to approve
They're,
it.
they're
Yes.
not questioning
Okay, so-
EDUs.
Well, yeah, but here's what I'm bringing up, that they quoted $2,712
They did.
as the EDUs, We're
That's-
actually, there, it's,
That's irrelevant.
It's
Mr. Mosher.
irrelevant as far as I'm concerned, because it has
Well, they
nothing
did-
to
they
do with
did,
the EDU
uh,
charge. No, that's what he was just quoting what he paid. What's gonna be paid in the future is whatever the EDU is gonna be charged. If it goes up,
all right, I just wanna make sure that
Yeah, yeah.
everybody's
I understand.
aware that it's only half an EDU, but it's $226 more. And,
well,
Well,
okay, no.
No, that's not doing the motion,
Correct.
I,
No.
okay, but I just want
yes, we
everybody
understand.
Yeah,
to be aware, because I don't want them to come back and say, well, that's $226 more than what we said at the meeting.
we didn't say that.
no, we didn't say anything
No,
about
no,
the EDUs.
I know, I just wanna bring that up, and then also to make sure that the town is as additional insured, which I'm sure.
That will be in the contract,
That, and we have the attorney look it over.
yes,
I already agreed.
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Just
Okay,
drop this
that's,
contract.
I'm not trying to, skedaddle it or change it, I just wanna make sure we're all aware of what we're talking about, and that they understand too, that's all. Okay.
Okay. I have a motion and a second, I believe. Any other questions or concerns?
No.
We'll have a roll call vote.
Aye.
Thank you, Rick. Brian?
Aye.
Clark?
Aye.
John?
Aye,
Aye for myself. I think you know my reservation.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Would you, in the next day or two, get a hold of Bart,
Mhm.
tell him that what we did, and that I'll be going on to the lawyer to try to get this together as soon as possible,
very good, I'll do that.
okay? I have nothing else I can think of to bring before the board. Does anybody else have anything to bring before the board before we adjourn? I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you,
Second.
thank you. All in favor?
Aye,
Thank you.
thank you very much. All right, that was a good discussion.
Who's over there promoting the cabin idea?
I know it's first I heard of it.
I wanna talk to them.
Huh?
I would just wanna brainstorm with them.
Oh, you will, probably Bart.
Or doesn't like me. For
For
reasons which I'm.
Well, yeah, but if it's a business
I
entity.
know, I know.
we might-
Maybe-
I don't know, I don't know.
Just a minute, let me.
We're gonna turn off.
I don't like that camera when it's